Hello, my name is Wendy Benning Swanson, and I am the founder of Innerpowerment with Wendy Benning Swanson. And I call it Innerpowerment because it's all about empowerment and inner power coming together. It's all about stepping into your power and understanding and stepping into who you truly are in life. And that's what I offer people. And I came to this path because I had a traumatic event happen when it's been now quite a long time, about 16 years ago, but I lost my husband at a young age, and I had a 1-year-old son. And that really set my life into motion of what was life all about. I had also lost my mother a year and a half before that. And it wasn't long after my husband passed away that I found out my dad had dementia, and he needed to go into a care facility. And so I had all these life experiences that happened that made me really look at life in a different way. And I saw my son interact with his father, who was not alive. And he would tell me that he would see him. And that was my first spark of trying to understand where he was. I never had thought about that before and didn't believe anything along those lines in any way. But it gave me a spark of a question. And that question is, who am I? Who are we outside of this physical body, this earth, this, place that I know, everything that I know? And that really started my journey in understanding who I was. And it took some time. I did a lot of retreats. I worked with mediums. I worked with people who knew angels. And that was really my foundation when I found the Modern Mystery School. And I am a certified healer, teacher, and guide with the Modern Mystery School. And when I started working with the Mystery School, there was something different. They were able to answer a lot of the questions that I had about life. And not only did they have teachings, they also had healings that started to allow me to shift my understanding and perception of who I was at a deeper level. And I can say that after my journey, I've been working with them for about 8 years now, I have more joy. I know who I am. I look forward to every single day. And the fact that I get to serve people in finding that for themselves is the most amazing job I think that I could have in life. And it didn't start out that way. It didn't start out with me wanting to serve and be in service to humanity. But it was a something that was deep down. It was a spark that was in me that was uncovered. And that's really what this path is about understanding who you truly are, what your purpose is, your potential in this life. And I can say that the reason I wanted to write a book is because there's so much to it. There's so many layers. There's so much potential that having a conversation with someone in a 5-minute, networking event, let's say, can't even give it justice. There's no way to totally explain the profound shifts and changes I've had in my life through this work I'm doing. So I wrote a book to share my journey with the healings and the teachings of the Modern Mystery School. And it's going to be different for everybody. So, you might read my book and say, well, that's not me. But I can tell you, if you see the shifts that I made in there, you will have similar, maybe even more profound shifts than I did. And they will be based on you and your journey and your purpose. And they are similar healings, similar teachings, but we're all different and unique human beings. So we're all on a separate journey on this path. And so I really hope that people read my book and have a spark of, well, what could this do for me? What is the potential in my life to have more joy? What is the potential in my life to know myself at a deeper level beyond this physical body and what everyone sees? And how can I change and become and understand who I really am? So that's my hope. That was my purpose in writing this book. Because everyone has this potential, and this work is available for every single person. Whether you want just the life activation, or that sparks something that you want more. It's all available for you. If any of this interests you, I lay out in my book 3 great options. The first one is that you can schedule a life activation. If you read about it and it connected with you, just go ahead and schedule. If you read about it but you have questions and you're not quite sure what you want to do next, and you would like to have a conversation with me, schedule a consultation. We can do that in person or we can do it on Zoom, whatever works for you. And I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. And if you're not quite ready to take that step forward, I do offer an empowerment toolkit, which can give you some steps to take to see if maybe this is something that you want to try. If you haven't ever even considered anything along this line, but you want a little taste, that would be great for you. And the other options are always available and open if you want to step forward into a consultation or life activation in the future. So I hope to see you at some point on this journey.